All right, y'all, what it do? Your boy is back on the grind one more time. Your boy is back at it again, y'all. And I am in the garage today. I am home today. I'm actually off of work today with the exception of an hour. I have an online class that I have to do on a normal Tuesday and Wednesday. But I decided not to take the whole day off because that 45-minute online class is some good money. So I like to always try to keep that if I can. But nonetheless, we are out here today. Lots and lots of stuff to do today. I have my beanie on. It is changing of the seasons. We literally went from like 70s and 80s pretty much all the way through September into now October. It was 80 last weekend, and now we got a 20-degree dip from like 80 to 60, and it's just gonna keep getting colder and colder. I'm trying to do some stuff as far as winterizing things around the house, the car, stuff like that, getting ready to take some cars to storage. I do have, as you guys can see, no car behind me. Where the Chevelle used to sit, it is now in storage. The plan was to leave it here, but I wasn't planning on getting my lady a vehicle. So for the meantime, the Chevelle is gonna go back into storage, and then the truck's gonna come in here, and then we're gonna go to work on the truck to get her ready for next year. Plus, it'll be something cool, something new for the channel, something new for me. It's gonna be a learning experience for me to kind of work on this vehicle. You guys, this video is actually in regards to the box Chevy. I have it pulled out front right now because we are gonna be putting a radiator in it. Huge shout out to Alloyworks. Alloyworks actually is I guess you can kind of say sponsoring this video. It's a collaboration, and we are going to actually put in this radiator on the box Chevy. Now, the box Chevy, I've had 3 different radiators, all Griffin radiators, all the same brand of radiator. Let me set my arm down real quick. It's getting tired, but and they've all leaked, you guys. They've all leaked. 2 of them pretty much leaked immediately. This one has lasted the longest time, probably 3 or 4 years, but now it's starting to leak. So, but even with that, you guys, a radiator that expensive, that is for LS swap vehicles and whatnot, shouldn't be leaking like that. And you know, they're supposed to have a good name, Griffin, right? They're supposed to have a good name. So I don't know. I have had issues with mine. I also have heard of other people having some issues as well too. So anyways, these guys hit me up and they just asked if I could do a review on one of their radiators, and I was like, sure. Good timing. I need one. So this one is actually supposed to fit my vehicle. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to unbox it. I'm going to take it out and I'm going to measure it. And then I'm going to go measure the one that's in it. So I'm not pulling it out right away just in case there's some fitment issues and I don't want to take it all apart and then have this one not fit. So I'm going to do that first. So what we're going to do is go ahead and take a look at this radiator and then measure it. And again, go over there, measure that and see what it do. So anyways, you guys, if you're new to the channel, definitely think about subscribing, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff, y'all. My name is Mr. Griffin 23. Man, got some projects ahead of us, you guys. I'm so used to saying my name is Mr. Griffin 23. I'm restoring this 1971 Chevelle just because I've been doing it for 4 years now. So now for me to get out of that habit has been kind of challenging because that's exactly what I want to say. But anyways, let me go ahead and set up this camera. Then we can show you this radiator, see what's up. All right, y'all. So pull out this radiator here real quick. So again, this radiator is from Alloyworks. It's for a box Chevy per their website and per the link and stuff that the rep had sent me. So we'll see kind of how it looks and how it compares against the other one. It's actually, I believe it's a radiator and electric fans, but I'm not going to use the electric fan portion on it right now just because I'd have to do a lot of rewiring and stuff like that. I don't have time for that just because I'm going to be storing this vehicle. Looking at their website, it looked pretty legit. Again, all the information for this stuff will be in my description and then obviously in the title of the video. And I believe they also sent me a discount code. So I will post that. So I think they also sell a few other things as well, but first take on it, it's packaged really well. When I first got it, I was like, man, this actually is pretty legit. It's not a janky box or anything like that. All right, so all the good styrofoam. Again, seems to be packaged pretty well so far. And you got styrofoam inside of actual wrapped plastic, styrofoam on both sides so it doesn't get damaged, and the radiator itself. Now, this radiator, I can already tell, is thinner than my radiator that I have on it right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and take it out. All right, y'all, so this is it right here. Again, it seems to be packaged pretty well, so I'm definitely happy about that. Looks like it comes with a bunch of hardware. You have one of these fittings. I'm assuming it's probably for one of the ports there for the overflow and whatnot. Let's see what's in here. Alright, so it looks like it's just a bunch of terminals and a relay setup and everything for the electric fan. So that's pretty cool that they send you that as well. I don't want to pull it all out, but yeah, it's a bunch of relays and fittings. This must be some sort of temperature probe, I would imagine. Yep. So it's a temperature probe. I'm going to measure the width and the height and then go over to the box and then see if it's about the same. So we're looking at about 31, just under 31 in length. And they did send me the measurements before, and I referenced mine, and it should work, but you know, just to double check. Just about 18 and a half. So 31, 18 and a half. So shoot, man, we'll see if this thing will work. All right, y'all, so let's see. So what we said, 18 and a half tall and 18 and a half. So what we say, 18 and a half tall and 31-ish wide. All right, so right now we're wider. We're 30. This one's about 33 and a quarter. Well, yeah, it's exactly 18 and a half tall, so we are good there. So I think this is gonna work. Oh, one thing too, what I really liked about this radiator was on this side here. I liked that the port for the radiator was on this side because I wanted it to flow this way versus that way. And you know, we have this air cleaner there and stuff. So let me go see real quick. I'm gonna walk over there real quick just to kind of just see where this port is. Yeah, well, of course, it is on the other side. So we're gonna have to deal with that. So right here, it's on the other side. That's what I was afraid of. Not a huge deal, but you know, it makes ease for install not as easy. And then this also has ports here for transmission cooler lines and things like that, but I'm not running the cooler through my radiator. I have an external cooler, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way. To plug those, of course. All right, y'all, so first look at everything. It actually looks pretty good. I mean, nicely made. I'm sure it's probably a China brand, but I mean, at this point, man, I can't complain because this thing freaking leaks. And I've had 3 of them that leaked. So, shoot, for all I know, they're all made in the same place. But it seems to be made pretty good. The only thing that concerns me is these here, but it looks like they have, oh, that's actually kind of clever. Little rubber gaskets around there. I've never seen that before. So I'll take these fans off at some point here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take that out. All right, y'all, so I got the radiator out. Definitely can tell it's been leaking. You can see it's been leaking on these little radiator, little bushing supports here. So actually, for the most part, it's dry, but I think it's been kind of dripping along the edge here and then going straight to the ground, or following the path along the bottom of the core support and then dripping. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go ahead and clean up on the bottom here. I'll do that off camera, and then we'll go ahead and try to see if we can get this other one to at least set in there, and then we'll go from there. So you guys, all right, y'all, so I'm gonna have to make this quick because I only got about 30 minutes or so before I have to get back inside here. But as you can see, I got the radiator out. I went ahead and cleaned on the bottom here, and you can see how clean this car is, you guys. I mean, that's the original radiator support, just your normal surface rust and whatnot, but pretty clean for the most part. I don't ever think I'll go like crazy on this car as far as, you know, getting everything powder coated to the extreme of like what I did with the Chevelle. I like how it is. It's a sleeper. It's clean, but it's not like overly done. So it's a sleeper as it should be. So anyways, got the radiator out. I'll show you over here. Kind of see right here the residue and remnants of it leaking. So it was leaking down there. It was also leaking on that side as well. And I think when I go back to all my other radiators, they all leaked in the same location. But what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and go to the other radiator. I'll go ahead and take that apart, and we'll take the fan and the shroud off, and then go ahead and put it on here. So you guys stay tuned. All right, y'all, my battery's about to die. In the meantime, at least I can probably set this radiator in there. I had to change the little petcock there. I didn't like how the other one was. The other one had like a O-ring behind it, and I had never seen that before. It was like a O-ring for the when you turn it to loosen it to let the fluid out, and then you tighten it down, and it's supposed to seal to that O-ring. But the O-ring was like really janky. It wasn't really that good, and I didn't trust it. When I looked at all my other ones, I have some old ones that I've just kept, you know, over time, and none of them had that O-ring. It was just like a tight sealed fit. So I took it off. I didn't trust it, and I put on like an old OG one. So anyways, if that's my first thing that I didn't like about it, there you go, so that you guys now know. But let's go ahead and see if we can set this thing in here and see how the width lines up. All right, so not terrible at all. Again, I'm gonna have to make some type of bracket so I can keep this actually facing this way. For the most part, it seems like the hoses line up. Everything lines up pretty good. Let me set this fan down in there. It actually might work. I might not have to move it if they'll fit. these just exactly fit. I mean, exactly fit inside there. All right, y'all, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut you back off real quick. I'm gonna cut you back on. I'm kind of crunched for time right now, but I'll have more time after my class here. So let me figure out a couple things here, and then I'll chime back in with you guys here in a moment. All right, y'all, so it is a few hours later. My phone was dead. My wife came home. She actually has to go to her mom's house. Her mom just had surgery. Everything went well, so I appreciate all the prayers and everything that I got from you guys, personal messages. That really, really means a lot. But she is out. Sounds like the surgery went well. So anyways, y'all, so a few hours have passed, and now I have the radiator in. I had to make these little kind of temporary brackets to kind of mount them there. Actually, they'll probably end up staying forever unless I want to clean this up. I do want to find some sort of radiator top plate maybe I can modify to put on here to make it look a little cleaner. I've been wanting to do that for a while, so maybe I'll attack that sometime next year. These are actually my temporary brackets that I had held on with the Chevelle when I just took it to my buddy's house, Chris, to have him do the body work and whatnot. And then when I put it all together, I put the nice little radiator top plate cover on there. But for now, these will work because my other ones that I had on there were for the other radiator, and those would not work. So this actually works perfect, and it actually secures it really nice. So it fits in there really nice, you guys. It doesn't bounce up and down, doesn't move. That's my only concern, or that was my only concern, but it looks really good in there. This top hose actually was flipped this way, so I had to flip it over that way and then flop the hoses around to make it look all nice and neat. And the clamps as well, because I like to have these on top so I can access them better. And I had to flip it over, and I had another hose just like this that I had cut already, that when I was trying to fit a top radiator hose on my Chevelle. And then my buddy Derek gave me one that he actually found in an LS group, at least the part number, he bought it, and it fits these LS swaps perfect if you have the LS3 style water pump. So it actually fit mine perfect. So I had already cut that one, or I would have returned it, but good thing that I didn't, because I actually needed it for this. So this is actually a hose for a 2005, 2006, 2007 GTO. Actually, I think they went from 04 to 08 if I'm not mistaken, but maybe not. But anyways, those two-door coupe GTOs, that's where it's from. So I think these are like 1 1/4 or 1 1/2, those openings there. So I'm not really sure, but I had to, they actually will stretch just a little bit more, and that's what was needed in order for that to fit over that. So all in all, it went perfect, and it actually fits really good, you guys. Other than that, you can kind of see the room down there. It actually fits really well. So what I'm going to do now is slide my fans right down here, and I'm hoping this opening here is similar or wide enough that my fans will fit in there snug and they won't bounce all around and everything. So if not, maybe I'll bend that piece a little bit forward so it'll kind of snug it in and it won't move back and forth. But man, those fans actually fit perfect in between here for where the core is. Man, it fits just perfect. I had to take this off, and that was the saving grace, taking that off and sliding those right in. And the crazy thing is, you guys, these fans that came off of that radiator actually fit inside of here. Dang, they're perfect. Now this radiator is actually for my wife's truck. So this actually fits inside there really well, and I need to replace that radiator because it's leaking. So that's why they have a new one on deck. They just never installed it. But take a look at these mounting points, you guys. They line up just perfect, and almost dang near flush. So that's gonna work out perfect for her vehicle. She was just here, and I told her, I was like, man, you got nicer fans than I do. Everything on your truck's gonna be nicer paint job, nicer everything. So anyways, y'all, it's coming along, man. It's coming along. So it looks like I might be able to do maybe a 2-part video when I install those fans in that radiator in that truck, and then this one as well. So shout out to Alloyworks, man. Seems to be coming along just fine. So let me go ahead and install this fan. What I think I'm going to do too, because I use some of this high heat Teflon style paste, and I like to let it set at least for a few hours, or if I can, overnight. What I'm going to do is probably partially fill it with fluid after I get the fans in, and then I'll let it set overnight, so that way this fitting can set, this fitting can set, this fitting can set, and then these are just temporary. I need to get plugs for these, because these are for the transmission cooler lines, but I'm not using that because I have an external cooler. So I put those on there for now to kind of plug them up. There's a gasket sealant, the Right Stuff gasket sealant inside there, and I'll just cover that with a plug there, because that one's brand new. So this one, I don't know, I think this one actually maybe came off a G-body that I had, and whoever put this on there just put like RTV inside of there just to plug it up. That one's brand new, so I'm just gonna put a plug over that one just to keep stuff from inside of there, so that way when I get an actual plug for it, it'll look a lot more nicer and cleaner. So anyways, y'all, everything is set, everything is in there and all good to go. So what I'm gonna do now is try to sit these fans in there, see if I can secure them, and shoot, we'll go from there. Making a bracket now just because of the width of the other radiator. My other brackets and everything won't work with this one. They ended up being too long and I couldn't reuse them, so I have to make my own, of course. So I'm hoping this will work. We're gonna make it happen though. All right, y'all, let's try this again. Here we go for the 100th time. Man, running out of daylight. But I think we're in there. So then what I was gonna do, just for now, just to save time, is I was gonna put a self-tapping screw in here. But you can see I just used some aluminum, 1/8 inch thick aluminum. That's really bendable, pliable, and you can kind of form it to fit. Oh man, I'm scratching that. Damn. Well, for now, just because I don't have the time, man, I gotta get this done. Specifically took off this day so I can do these 2 items. All right. Take it one more time so I can clean everything. All right, I think we might be in the game. We might be in the game. All right, so I wanted to put that here. That way I could put a bolt down and everything will kind of look good. I didn't really want to screw into that. I know it's already been done, but I don't know if they drilled first and then put this on or what. I just didn't want any shavings or anything kind of getting inside the fins. Although it's probably not a huge deal, I just didn't want to do it. So anyways, this will be good for now and nice and sturdy, not gonna move. So I am actually really happy with that, and I'm actually happy that I did it that way. So As of right now, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of clean this up. The only thing I have to do is put fluid in it, so I'm hoping that there'll still be enough daylight that I can do that. Worst case, I can put my hood light under here and then I can go to work on that. All right, y'all, it is dark now. It's probably like after 7 o'clock. I was able to get the roof done, so that's good. And after the roof, I had to clean up all the debris and everything that came down from the roof, so that took some time. Did some other things, then I had to clean the back because it blew in the back, and then now I was fighting daylight in order to try to get this done. So as of right now, it is done as it's gonna get. So everything is installed. It actually fit in pretty good. I mean, for the most part, it's I think it's about 2 inches shorter as far as the width goes, and the height was dead on. So that's lovely. That worked out really good. I made these brackets again out of existing brackets that I already had. And then I actually made this one. So I tied it into this opening here of the electric fans. Then I just bent it to fit and then tapped it in there for now. And then now we're good to go. The bottom is secured by simply this just resting on the bottom of the core support. And then I have a bracket. Let's see if I can show it to you. Right there, if you guys can see it, so it doesn't back off. And it's actually pretty tight, so that's good. And I'm happy with that. I don't think it's gonna move, and it's secure side to side because it just fits inside here on both sides. I mean, it just fits in there. So I always get like really small, like, I don't know, 1/8 inch or 16th inch like vacuum line, and I cut a slit in it, and then I press it on the edge of the electric fan, so that way it doesn't mess up the fin. So I think that'll be good. I think those fans are plenty for this radiator. So hopefully the radiator works well. Again, I'm just gonna let it set overnight, so that way I don't mess with the thread sealant. So hopefully it can kind of somewhat harden overnight, and then we'll see kind of how it runs. Anyways, I'll chime in with you guys tomorrow afternoon. Stay tuned, y'all. All right, y'all, it is the next day, and we are going to see how this thing holds and how it stacks up. I'm just gonna actually just let it run, try to get it up to temp, and just see how it cools. So original fans are in there. They actually fit it perfect, even better than my previous radiator. It actually fits in there really good. You can see the height is the same. I just added an additional bracket right here for the fan, and then the fan is secured on the bottom. These brackets are holding it on end to end. I want to see if I can get some sort of top plate. That way it kind of covers that and makes it look just makes it look better, you know, for the most part. So everything is secured, everything's tightened, hose is rerouted on the other side. These fittings seem to be holding good. I put the coolant up above this fitting just to kind of see if it would hold, because I have that pipe thread sealant, and it seems to be holding. This also has sealant and an O-ring. This one had an O-ring, but it wouldn't really fit good, so I took it out and just put sealant in there and just let it dry overnight. So we'll just kind of just see where it stacks up. The coolant right now is about right here. I let it sit overnight. It dropped a little bit, but I'm gonna let it run for a while and just kind of just see what it does. starting to get up to temp. It has to get up to, I think first fan cuts on at 195. So we'll just see what it does. Creeping up to 180. When it gets up to temp, I'm actually gonna go over to the door just to make sure this thing is overflow, because if it overflows, then I'm gonna shut it off. But it shouldn't, because I have the coolant a little bit lower, so we'll just see. Yeah, we're almost there. Actually, I think they might come in at 205. 195 or 205, I can't really remember. Alright, y'all, we're taking this thing for a drive, which I really don't have a whole lot of time for, but we, you know, gotta make it happen while it's already kind of up to temp. So then I got to go back and do a bunch of stuff and then load this thing up and hit the road. Let's just see what it does. And, you know, we'll see. We'll just see what it does and go from there. So right now it's floating about 200. What we'll do is we'll drive it around and then we'll just kind of just see what it does. And we'll pull over and see if the fans are even on. I have them plugged in, so I don't know why they would not work. But right now they should be cutting on at any time. Yeah, so right now it's creeping over 205. Should be about 205. So you should see that temp start to decrease here shortly. If it doesn't, then something's up. But it hasn't moved from there since, so I'm assuming that we're in the game, but turn here. Alright, y'all, so I'm pulling over in my usual spot where I do all my videos and whatnot. So I'll pop the hood, I'll let it run for a little bit, and then we'll just kind of just see what it's doing. Alright, right now it's at right about 200, so the fans might still be on, we'll see. Maybe that radiator is doing its job. The fans haven't cut on yet. Usually, I would say the fans, oh, there it is. All right, so we got one fan on. Yeah, so about 205 it cut on. and it'll shut off at 195. So it might have turned on and then turned off. Let's just see what it does. There's only one fan's on right now, so we'll see how it cools. Yeah, it's going down, 200. Definitely hot air. Yeah, no steaming, no nothing. I think we are in business. So I'm not gonna wait for that fan to cut off. It might take a little while since we sit here idling. But let me go ahead and close this video out, you guys. All right, y'all. So yeah, I would say success so far. I mean, we drove around a little bit. We let it idle. It took a while for it to get up to temp. So that could be a good thing, or it could be just because it might be a little cooler out, which it is. But it took a while for that fan to cut on. And in previous pass, even when it idled, it usually, the fan usually cut on a lot sooner. So I don't know, you guys, it might have done the job. So anyways, I can say that at least as of right now, I can vouch that this radiator is doing the job. It's pretty good, you guys. So, you know, for them to seek me out and allow me to do an unboxing and a review on this thing, I'm very grateful. So shout out to Alloyworks. Thank you so much. Sorry I didn't use your fans for this particular setup, but it was just too much as far as, you know, trying to rewire those fans with my existing setup when I have fans already installed. But I still wanted the fans because I figured that I could use them for another application, which will be the truck. So stay tuned for the truck build, and those fans will be gone on that truck. So a new radiator had came with that truck, and if for some reason it doesn't fit, then I'll be seeking Alloyworks. Hopefully they'll sponsor me again, and maybe we can get a radiator for that and then use those existing fans. Or maybe they send me a new setup, radiator and fans together, and then I use those fans for something else. Who knows? So anyways, you guys, I really appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff, y'all. Hopefully you found this video very helpful, and they also gave me a discount code, so be on the lookout for that. I think I put it earlier in the video, but if I didn't, I'll put it here, and then I'll also put it in the description, you guys. So thank you guys for always being so positive and tagging along with me. Got some heat coming. Stay tuned for that truck build, and then more to come. So got to get the lady straight first, though. All right. So anyways, I'm out of here. Deuces. Peace out.